Rosemont, Illinois. Going to show you a little Winter Dome 50 and over action tonight. First game of this very short season. I believe they only got, I want to say, 5 teams, and they're only playing 4 or 5 games in the league. They might have 6. So it's a real short season kicking off today. 1 game only, 100 proof. The home team versus Thunder 5.0. So always fun to see some of the older guys trying to hold on to a little bit of their glory days, if you will. And we'll go through this. It's a little bit modified. It's predominantly no glove. First baseman can wear a glove. The pitcher can wear a glove. If he does, he gives up the drag step, which is 1 step left, right, or back. And 2 fakes or hesitation. Third arm action has to be to deliver the ball home. 6-12 on the arc. 60-foot bases. You can lead off, but you can't steal. 210 down the lines. 235 to center. This is an all-turf dome. We've been here many times. Those of you that follow us, you'll recognize it. And it should be a good ball game. And leading off, it's going to be Tommy Lentine, Chris Miller, and then Bob. And, of course, Tom and Chris have both won MVPs at the 50 and over SSA National Championship tournaments. No, this is 16-inch. This is closer to what we do, Blake, during the summer, with the exception of the glove at first and the glove on the hill. But you can tell Gino Grande, you can see the pitcher is not wearing a mitt, so he'll be able to take the drag step. So, again, it is 50 and over. You got to make a concession to the age. So they will have unlimited courtesy runners, and teams can hit as many as they want here in the dome. The slaughter or mercy rule is 12, I believe, after 5, 10 after 6. Okay, so what you're telling me, Blake, is my software did not change the title. And I'll go back later on tonight when I'm done streaming, and I'll edit the title. I don't know what's going on and why it doesn't change. So here's the leadoff man, Tommy Lentine. Stad Frank in the crowd on the bench, cheering on the Thunder guys. And there's the dreaded leadoff walk, so first base runner of the ball game, and brings up Chris. Again, I was joking. Chris and Tommy were both on that March team, and I called them the geriatric twins. But despite their age, and while some aspects of their games may have deteriorated, they're both still pretty good hitters. And there's a soft line drive right at the third baseman, and Jeff Hoff makes the play. So there's out number 1. Yeah, I don't know what happens. Sometimes it changes the title and sometimes it doesn't. So I get a little aggravated with the software somewhere along the line. I am using 2 different softwares to stream, and then of course it's got to shoot it up to the socials, and as a result, I think somewhere along the line it's not communicating. So there's a ground ball over to Josh, to Lou Rossi, and they turn the double play. Give you a quick look at that on a replay, as they made that look easy. And good strong relay there by Josh over to Lou Rossi, and he made the good firm throw for the double play. Yeah, well, this is a nice dome because it's not way out in the boondocks like when we go to GoPro or uh, out to Aurora, and at least for the 50 and over, they usually heat it up pretty good, and it is kind of warm in here today. So, in that context, very comfortable. You can see most of the guys are walking around with shorts and just t-shirts on. So it is a comfortable, easy to get to right off of 294. And we have heard that they will have a 16-inch session. So you'll want to check back, Blake, when they put the 16-inch men's in here. Rumor has it that that might be starting back up in April, and we're going to be getting out to intentional sports again. I believe they're not playing this week, but going to try to get out there maybe Friday the 8th. So leading off is going to be Sean, then Josh, and then Jeff. And Sean swings and he grounds it up the middle. Lou Rossi got a couple of hands on it, but he couldn't hold on, and there's the first runner for 100 proof. And it's always interesting to see a lot of the guys in these. Well, we're using full-on 16-inch bats. They can weigh up to 38. They can be as long as 34, 2 1/4 on the barrel. So they're swinging regular men's 16-inch bats. Of course, if they wanted to use some of the lighter bats that are out there, but I wouldn't recommend it. And there's a little punch shot, and nice catch by the right fielder, and he gets it in. That's worth another look. The right fielder came in, robs Josh of a hit. He got a great jump on it and nestled it. So great job there by the right fielder. And here comes Jeff. And there's a strike. I want to say they're playing a 1-1 count here. And there's a swing and a hump back into left field. Little hesitation there, and then Sean kind of deked him a little bit. Looked like he was going to just slow down and be satisfied with second, and then all of a sudden he just turned and burned. Brings up Lou Rossi. So runners on the corner here, 1 out. And that play by the right fielder looking bigger by the second. Lou been around the block a few times, to say the least. And there, a little overhand punch job, and that's going to drop. First run's going to score, and Jeff will get into third. So 100 proof, very early lead, as Lou Rossi just dumps the RBI single in front of the center fielder. Brings up Hopper with Billy on deck. Runners on the corner. And there's a little flip, and that's up into the netting. I heard Rich Hennessy, the umpire there, calling that a dead ball. The rule on the roof here is if the umpire feels the ball hits the roof in fair territory, it is live. It can be caught before it hits the ground for an out. If it hits the carpet, it's all you can get. And Hopper swings, and he drives it toward the gap, and that's down. 1 run is in. Lou Rossi's chugging. He's going to score. A long 2-run single by Hopper. And he makes it 3-0.
One down, Judge. Now it's 1 down, Hopper.
Yeah, always trying to get a little better for you guys, Cliff. I do forget to use it on occasion. And here comes Billy. And there's a line drive, and he pokes it up the middle. So 100 proof has come out swinging here. Still only got one out. Brings up Matt Ridley. Of course, Matt is a sponsor of the SSA. He's with Baird Warner.
Nobody near you, Hopper.
And Matt swings. Center fielder comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. And aside from the terrific catch earlier in the inning, it's going to bring up Gino Grande. Thunder's outfield may be a tad slow, and that may end up playing a factor, as a couple of these hits toward right center weren't necessarily stung that hard. And there's a strike. Sean Keneally just dropped it in. And there's a ground ball over to short. Quick. And he calls him out. Missed him on the initial tag. You could see Richie Hennessy was not giving any type of sign there. And kind of did a circular route. I think that was Gino made the last out there. But 3 runs, they take a 3-0 lead, and we're going to head into the top of the second inning here. 3-0. 100 proof. So it's going to be it says Big C, then Bobby D and Vinny. I know. Yeah, you know, I think you watched that broadcast a few years ago when I was out at Forest Park for their Halloween tournament. And there's a high fly ball, does not hit the roof, and the center fielder, Billy, comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. So here comes Bobby D. And could have swore at that time I was using this scoreboard and it allowed me to scale it, but for some reason they've gotten rid of that option. I'm not too happy about that. So Bobby Durst, a little ground ball to third, pitch and catch for out number 2, and it brings up Vinny. So Thunder did get a leadoff single in this game. Double play wiped that out. And if Vinny can't get a base hit here, it will have been 6 up and 6 down through their first 2 at-bats. And there's a swing and a line drive, and Billy jumps up, makes the catch. That ball wanted to get over the top of him, but he stayed right with it. So we head to the bottom of the second, still no score. We'd like to congratulate some of our friends out in Iowa who got into the Iowa 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame. Me, Joe Polito, Jibbs, Bobby Russ Jr. were all out there. So Chad Hook, Chad Harold, and Ben Hampel all got inducted. They also honored the Carpet Country team, the only team from Iowa to win a major national championship. And they also honored a terrific Stover team that had a lot of success, but fortunately they had burst onto the scene the same time the 45s were in the middle of one of the greatest 6-7 year runs the game's ever seen. And they were kind of like the Knicks were to the Bulls. They just couldn't get over the hump. Not one, Joe. Not one. He not only won the 50-50, but he won. They had a cross-cut bat that they were raffling off, and he won the bat, too. Talking about Joe Polito, of course, my travel partner on the ride out there. So Shane leading off here. And he flips it to right, and another catch! This is going to look awful familiar like the previous catch he made. Like a carbon copy. Should have saved the first replay. Wouldn't have had to show you this one. As you can see, another catch just like he did in the first. So how about that? Right fielder having himself a ball game. And that's going to bring up Tony. Of course, you guys might remember Tony from Los Borrachos. He's on that team. Of course, that team run by Steve Rodriguez, who also runs the stuff out in Intentional Sports. So I tell you, this right fielder, a couple of highlight reel plays. And there's a little topper over to the shortstop. Quick throw in time. And that's nicely done there. And that'll bring up JB, the right fielder. Of course, the shortstop, Mike, he's been a pretty good shortstop for a while. Of course, Thunder, Frank Stella ran it forever. He's retired to Florida. He also started this Thunder 5-0, and of course the Thunder 16-inch team. And I can't speak for anybody else, but I know we miss him. We miss him here a little bit at the SSA, as the last couple of years, Frank was a big help to Sal Milazzo when he was running the league out here. So wherever he is, we hope you're enjoying your retirement. And there's a little fly ball, and a left fielder chugs over and makes the catch. So we're going to head to the top of the third, still 3-0. 100%. 100 proof, I should say, as they could not scratch that inning. And it's going to be Eric, Mike, and Dale. Anybody gets on, Sean. And I think right now, Thunder just needs to find a way to get a couple of base runners, as they've only had one the entire ball game. Tell you, Eric got lucky there. The batter, he took a strike, and meanwhile Gino was pitching, and he was fidgeting around with the bat, wasn't necessarily ready to swing, but Gino missed with it. And there's a swing to center, and right on the spot is Billy, the center fielder. He's had a busy day so far. It's at least his third putout. Here comes the shortstop, Mike. And there's a little flare the other way and drops in front of the right fielder. So the Thunder right fielder made two spectacular catches. Hunter Proof's outfielder just couldn't get there. Second hit of the ball game now for Thunder brings up Dale. Of course, Dale is the right fielder who made those two great catches. And there's a little punch, and Matt Ridley makes the catch. He tried to two-hand chest pass that, not in time, and it brings up Sean Keneally. So Mike here will be running with 2 outs on the swing. Of course, last summer, Sean was doing a little pitching for Los Borrachos. He helped pitch them to the championship game of the SSA Tom Egzarnik Class A No Glove National Championship Tournament. They couldn't seal the deal, but Sean ended up pitching a ridiculous amount of games. And there he swings and he drives one and it gets over to left fielder. It's going to roll to the wall. Mike is going to score and Sean will jog into second. Now the throw gets away. Sean was thinking about it. We'll see here on the replay. You can see that ball got airmailed, started bouncing around out there. So Thunder gets on the board here. 2 out RBI double brings up Tom Lentine. And now with Tommy and Chris Miller here, could be a chance to maybe pick up another run or two. And Tommy hammers it down the line. And that's going to score the second run. And Tommy's going to replace the runner at second. So Tommy, just a hard overhand cut down the line. Well, Dan, I don't know if you could call any of these guys up and coming. Most of these guys got more mileage on them than the 4 tires I just traded in last Friday. And there he grabs a strike. So at 3-2 here in the third. Actually, and there's a strike, so they are not playing. They're playing open count. Okay. And there's a swing, and it hits Tommy Lentine. That hurts. Chris Miller put a great swing on it. Looked like that ball was maybe going to sneak through for a hit. Tommy running on the swing, turned his head and took it right in the side. If you're scoring at home, you give Miller a hit. And Tommy Lentine is out. So we head to the bottom of the third. We'll see how that factors in. As I got a feeling that had that ball not hit Tommy and gone into the outfield, we would have all been tied up right now. So top of the lineup for 100 proof. So all of a sudden that 3-run lead down to a singleton. So it's going to be Sean, Josh, and Jeff. And there's a hard foul down the right field line. Well, I don't know who'd win it, but I know we'd need a sundial to time it. Again, 50 and over, a lot of times when, like for example, at the SSA National Championship Tournament, there's a little topper back to the pitcher, and that'll be out number 1. Brings up Josh. You know, the teams come with a few more bodies, but the teams that usually have the good run are teams that can actually put a decent outfield out there with some guys that can move a little bit. I played in a 50 and over Mush Ball League up in Glenview one year when George Bliss was running the team. And there's a little punch toward the gap, and right on the spot is Dale. Not quite a highlight reel, but another nice catch. And I showed up. This was 13 years ago. I just turned 50. And they're all asking me, how old are you? 50. Fantastic. You can go play the outfield. I just started chuckling. And I pointed at my car. Here's Jeff. And I said, if I'm playing in the grass, you see that vehicle over there? I'll be in that car driving home. Jeff not too happy with that call. Both pitchers have actually done a nice job, but I think it's also a little interesting because this is the first game these guys have played. And while some of them, like Anthony, for example, he'll get out with Los Barachos over an intentional, I'm not sure too many of these other guys are necessarily getting any swings or playing. So you always expect a little rust. There's a little ground ball over to Chris Miller. Gets away from the first baseman. So Chris had enough time there, just kind of threw a little slider. And I think the first baseman's not too happy with himself. He's using like a hardball first baseman's glove. And I'm not necessarily sure that that's a great glove for a 16-inch. And there's an overhand shot by Lou Rossi into the gap. Sean, the courtesy runner, easily is going to score. And now the throw gets away, and Lou's going to try to go to third. And he's going to make it. So Lou running around the bases there. Hit it toward the gap. And then you can see the ball got away, and he decided to go on a stroll, and he makes it into third. So good heads-up base running there. Lou Rossi drives in a run, makes it 4-2. Here's Hopper. So big hit there by Lou Rossi, his second hit of the game. So like I was saying, A lot of these guys shaking off the rust. I know one of the Thunder guys, and there's a high fly ball, does not hit the roof. Nice job as the left fielder stayed right with it. And he got back there. He was about 2-3 feet away from the fence when he made the catch. So he head to the top of the fourth, 4-2, 100 proof.
Must be a jinx today.
Huh?
Who?
No, stop.
Perfect throw, perfect ball.
You're a former MVP. You're not a jinx. Stop it. But like I was saying, I'm not sure if a hardball first base glove is necessarily the right mitt for a 16-inch. It just seems like every time I see a guy using an actual first baseman's glove, so here comes Bob leading off, first baseman. Just seems like every time I see a first baseman using that glove when they can use it, it just seems like they have trouble. And Bob comes back and he bangs a hit up the middle. Maybe it's just the size of the ball, but I think an actual glove with the individual fingers wrap around maybe the ball a little bit better. Maybe you get a little less spin. Just hypothesizing, but
John's got this right side. John's got it. Right here. Get the catch, JB, first.
Here comes the big man, and he drills it. Nice job by Ridley. Great job by Cias to pick that off his shoe tops. Very nicely done to get the fielder's choice. We'll give you another look at it. Good job by the shortstop. You'll see here Cias comes over. Matt Ridley threw a little slider right there. Of course, Matt back in the day played heavily with traffic, was one of the best defensive second basemen. Here's Bobby Durst, and Bobby throws it into left field in front of Sean. 2 runners on now, so the time runs on. Here comes Vinny.
Hey, JB, the lights are right there. Get a good ball here. Good ball here.
So Thunder 5.0 trying to mount a little bit of a rally here. And Vinny trying to go down that line and foul. Again, the right fielder just couldn't get there. But the ball was fouled by about 7-8 feet there. So we'll reset here. So 2 strikes as Vinny took that pitch. And now he swings and he drills a single. The big man is going to try it, and he will make it. It was kind of an odd turn at third. He didn't really cut it as much as he stopped and then turned and then proceeded to go in a straight line again. So here's Eric. And he swings and he drives it the other way. Durst will score, and we're all tied at 4. So Vinny ties the game with an opposite field slash. First and second here. Sorry, that was Eric. And that'll bring up Mike. And he hits a little fly ball. Can't make the catch. can see he got the ball hit in the palm of the glove and just spun out. So base hit here could put Thunder ahead. They've been trailing all day. And there's a high pop-up. Should be an infield fly roll. And that's going to bring up Dale. So, and there's a swing, fair ball down the line. Runner going to try to score, throw to the plate, safe. And now the runner, the hitter, will go. So he would have been out. Anthony could not hold on to the ball. I don't think on the initial slide the runner actually made it to the plate. But the ball popped loose. 5-4 now. Brings up Sean Keneally. 2 outs now, second and third. Sean got a hit his last time up. And there's a swing and a fly ball, and the right fielder makes that catch. But in the inning, they take the lead 5-4. We head to the bottom of the fourth. New ball game, new leader, Thunder. So now we'll see what the answer will be. It's going to be Billy, Matt Ridley, and Gino coming up here for 100 proof. And 100 proof scored 3 of the runs in the second. Picked up a run in the third. Two in the third and 3 in the fourth for Thunder.
Good eye,
And there's a strike. You may have heard some of the 100 proof guys telling Billy don't help him. And there's a little roller over to Mike, long throw, safe. Could not hang on there. And first baseman's looking at that glove. Brings up Matt Ridley. So leadoff man on. As 100 proof trying to see if they can't tie or reclaim the lead here. And there's a little pop-up. Dale is right there. Puts it away for the first out. That's going to bring up Gino Grande with Shane on deck.
Man, he's pretty slow. Game of his life. Put the TV camera on, he plays like that. Get off a couple steps, Billy. Don't worry. Watch the liner, but get off. Just in time.
That pitch is inside. And there's a line drive base hit for Gino Grande. And Billy's going to stop at second. So with one out here, 100 proof, starting to build on something here. Got a couple of base runners. Shane, Tony on deck.
He's moving. There's one. Will, no one near you. There's no one near you, Will.
See there, Shane taking all the way.
No one near you. You're clear. You're good. You're good. You're good.
And there's a fly ball and caught by the right fielder. Dale tagging going to third as Bill. Throw gets away a little bit, not enough for Gino to advance. And now they got runners on the corner here with 2 outs. Big spot in the ball game for Tony.
Hey, Gino, swing.
Some of the 100 proof guys telling Gino 2 outs, you got to be running. You can see the catcher's a left-handed thrower. So we tell the younger kids, but you 50 and older guys, always never too old to learn something. You got to pay attention because the catcher can flick it down and try to pick you off without much of a tell there. And there's a little soft flare, but caught by the center fielder coming in. And Thunder 5-0 gets out of a little jam here, and we will head to the 5th, 5-4. So we're going on 10:49 here in Rosemont, Illinois. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Sweet Buzz, one of our anchor corporate partners for the Chicago Summer Series. You see their logo there. They make infused products, so keep an eye out for them. Of course, Nick Drabel, instrumental in forming not only that company, but also the sponsorship. Here's Chris Lentine, or Tommy Lentine, excuse me. So top of the lineup here for Thunder. And there's a overhand cut, and he drops it in front of Bill. So Tommy's still swinging it pretty good. And Tommy's unusual. He is kind of a cutter, but he's always been a guy that kind of had that little cut swing, but he would cut the gap in center and sometimes push the ball into right center. Brings up Chris Miller. Last time up, got robbed of an RBI when he hit a line drive that ended up hitting Tommy for the 3rd out. And Miller swings and he dumps a hit. Tommy will stop at second. So first 2 hitters on here. It's Thunder now, after kind of a very slow start offensively, starting to look much better in the box. As maybe the 3rd time through the lineup, starting to shake that winter rust off. And Bob swings, ground ball. Jeff steps on and throws to first. Double play. Jeff Hoff very calm there as we get the replay. You can see just stepped on it and just beat it. Just beat the runner to first. And that changes the inning. Now there's 2 outs, runner on second. And it brings up the big catcher. And he hits a ground ball right to Ridley from his knees. Little bobble, they called him safe. And they end up getting a run there. And I think that was the right call here. That ball was kind of spinning in the middle a little bit. It was a great play by Matt Ridley. And I think the first baseman kind of was boxing the ball there a little bit on the ground. Bobby Durst now. 6-4 ball game. And as a result of the hesitation, the runner on second took the turn and just kept scoring, especially in 50 and over. You can't wait on the umpire. On that third out play at first, you got to come up and just anticipate maybe having to throw that ball home right away. And Durst, a little knuckleball, that's going to drop. Nice job by Sean. He throws to third, and now Durst is going to go and pick up an extra bag. So 2 more runners now in scoring position. Brings up Vinny. This is the biggest lead of the game for Thunder at 2. Hunter Proof did have a 3-run lead. Big Sunday hop. And Ridley will take care of that. So we head to the bottom of the 5th, 6-4, Thunder. And he finally got rid of that first baseman's glove. And now he's got a little softer, more flexible glove there. Yeah, that first baseman's glove looked very stiff. And there's a swing and a little pop-up. Going back is the shortstop. So Shane pops up. Excuse me, that was JB pops up. And that's going to bring up Sean, the left fielder. Hit it hard! And there's a swing, and that ball is back, and oh, he can't make the catch. Put his hands up, and he had it. Took another step, and all of a sudden the ball just dropped out of his hands. Here's Josh Ciats now, 1 out runner in scoring position. And Josh, a little ground ball, Durst makes the play. And the first baseman was much more confident catching the ball with that different glove. Brings up Jeff Hoff with Lou Rossi on deck.
Bobby, go play.
Oh, that's not even a first baseman's glove. It's a catcher's glove. That's even worse for a 16-inch. And you would think that Sean's not trying to necessarily pitch around Jeff because Lou Rossi's been stinging the ball pretty good. Jeff taking all the way. And Sean Keneally really hasn't been close, and Jeff is taking all the way here as well. Of course, that is my pet peeve. I don't like when hitters telegraph that they're not going to swing. I think when a pitcher's struggling, it makes it too easy for him. And that's inside, so Jeff does draw a walk, and they'll courtesy run for him. And that brings up Lou Rossi. So trailing 6-4 here. Lou in a good spot here. If he plugs a gap, we could be tied. And Lou hammers it into right field. 1 run scores. Good job by that guy out there, Dale, to jump on that, prevented it from getting into the alley. Does score a run here, but runner's on the corner. Brings up Hopper. Been a pretty good ball game. And there's a ground ball to Durst, and he'll make the play. So they only get 1 out of all of that. And we're going to head now to the top of the 6-5. So it's going to be Eric, Mike, and Dale here, top of the 6th. Again, 100 proof does have the hammer. And he punches it the other way. Sean cruises over, makes the catch. So if you're Thunder, you might really want to get yourself a little insurance here. And there's a little punch, and he dumps it into the outfield. So Mike's second hit, as he just kind of flipped it the other way. 1 out base runner for Dale. Sean Keneally on deck, and then the top. And there's a little pop-up. Sean is there. Just looking at the comments, and I've seen the Niagara Falls. Was watching His Girl Friday the other day, and at the end of the movie, they were planning on going to Niagara Falls for their honeymoon. Great movie if you get a chance to watch it. Classic. So here's Sean Keneally as I digress. And there's a hard ground ball picked up by Rossi. Plenty of time for the first baseman to make the adjustment. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. 6-5, Thunder. If you're a Thunder fan, they will have the top of their lineup up in the 7th. Right now for 100 proof, it's Billy, Matt Ridley, and Gino coming up, 6, 7, 8. And again, if you're 100 proof, you're trailing. What you'd kind of like to do is maybe put up a crooked number and then maybe turn around and get 3 outs and be done. No, Juan, this is not an overnight tournament. The caption, for some reason, did not correct. This is a 50 and over Winter Dome League game. I will change that caption as soon as I get off of the air here. And there's a swing and a base hit, so Bill's had a couple of hits tonight. Leadoff man on, tying run.
Go, Matt! Big time, man, let's go! Ball, Billy.
So this is just a league, Juan, not an overnight tournament.
Ball, Richie.
And there's a little punch shot right at the center fielder for the first out of the inning. Here's Gino Grande, Shane on deck. And Gino walks it into right field. Bill had a stop as he almost got hit. 2 runners on. Brings up Shane. So 1 out, 2 on here. Bottom of the 6th. 6-5 ball game. 100 proof. Got the tie run at second, lead run at first here.
Get all you want, Billy. Billy, go. Nobody near you. Nobody near you.
And there's a line drive base hit. They get on it quick though. Billy had to make sure it cleared the second baseman. And a good job by the right fielder, Dale, to get it in. So the bases are loaded for Tony with 1 out. And JB on deck. Again, there's only 1 out here. Barring a double play, they're going to, worst case scenario, be at the top of their lineup in the bottom of the 7th. But golden opportunity for 100 proof to at a minimum tie this game. And they're really squeezing Anthony in the outfield. 1-1 count.
Good, G.
Anthony taking all the way. He looks like he's going to work this count. He's going to make Sean Keneally throw him some strikes. And there he pops it up, and here comes Sean Keneally. Makes the catch. That would have been an infield fly anyway. And that's 2 outs. And now you're at JB, the last hitter in the lineup. Got your leadoff man, Sean, on deck. Thunder trying to wiggle out of a bases loaded 1-out jam here in the bottom of the 6th. And that pitch hit the plate. Sean Keneally has been around a long time. And there's a little flare in the center fielder, and Thunder wiggles out of it. We'll go to a do-or-die 7th. Both teams will have their starting the top of their lineup coming up this 7th inning. So it's top versus top in a 1-run game. And Sean Keneally, who's been around a long time, didn't seem very distressed by the fact that the bases were loaded. Just kind of was going about his business and worked out of a major jam. So it's Tom, Chris, and Bob, top 3 hitters.
Got a nail biter, first game of the year.
First game of the year, top versus top here in the 7th. And Gino Grande really trying to squeeze the middle on Tommy Lentine. Told his first baseman, get way off the line. Don't worry, I will be there for you. Problem is, if Tommy hits one right over the bag, could be a double into the corner. And that ball spins foul. Right center, right field line are the 2 biggest places. You can see the hole between first and second, huge. And there he just reaches up and just slaps it in front of Sean in left. So they had 3 infielders on that side. And that's not the first time Tommy Lentine's thrown that type of a hit out. Now it brings up Chris Miller, top of the 7th here. Change the inning here. And there's a little soft fly ball and just foul. That ball was close to scraping the roof. Ended up falling about 1.5 feet foul. Looked like Chris was trying to take something off his swing. Was trying to just drop something into left field. And now he goes hard and he pounds it through there. Tommy will stop, so first 2 hitters on here for Thunder. Brings up Bob. Bob's had some early trouble before he swapped that glove out. Chris Miller was kind of giving him the sign like, go for it. Let's see if he tries to dip and drive. They are playing him deep in the outfield. And he just hammers a humpback. That's going to get one insurance run. Miller chugging into third. Now the ball gets away from Gino. And Thunder's picked up an insurance run. Nobody out, second and third. 2 ground balls here to the right side can get you 2 more insurance runs. And he tries to go deep. It's going to stay in the park, but it'll score another run. So he gets one in, gets one over. Just as good as a ground ball to the right side. It's now an 8-5 ball game. Brings up Bobby Durst, still only 1 out. And if you're Bobby, your job is to get that 9th run. And he rips one into right field, and that's going to score another run. So Thunder's top, producing here in the top of the 7th. 9-5. Biggest lead of the ball game for either team. Brings up Vinny. And Vinny hits a fly ball. That should be the second out of the inning, and it is. And it brings up Eric. So we'll see what the 100 proof top has got in them. The Thunder's top certainly answered the bell here. And there's a swing and a base hit. So that's going to bring up the shortstop, Mike. This Mike is the 8th hitter of the inning. 3 runs of score here. And if you're 100 proof, you're looking to put a Band-Aid on this thing. And there's a little spinner to Josh. Strong throw in time. Do or die 7th coming up for 100 proof. They need 4 to tie. 5 wins them the ball game. Anything less, and Thunder will debut in this 50 and over league with a win. So it's going to be Sean, Josh, Jeff, anybody gets on, Lou. And again, you've got a 4-run lead here. If you're Thunder, you're just chasing outs. And you can see ever since he changed the glove, now he's scooping the ball and looks like a different player here at first.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Pop, it's going to come down to you with the winning run. There we go. Don't give up, guys.
And there's the leadoff man over to Mike in time for out number 1. And Mike's been very sure-handed. He's had a real quick release tonight, too. He's been just throwing it right over the top, letting that ball work for him. Brings up Josh. 100 proof down to their last 2 outs now. And that ball is foul. I believe that's 2 strikes. Josh will have to keep it fair. This game was cruising along, but somewhere around the 4th or 5th inning, when they started scoring runs, it started to play a little longer. And again, if you're Sean, you want everybody to hit to get on. You don't want to give anybody a free pass. And Josh pokes it toward the gap, and Dale, who's been spectacular, couldn't make that catch. So Josh will jog into a triple. 1 out. Of course, if you're Thunder, you don't really care about Josh. You just want to get the hitters out. Tell you, it looked like Dale was almost going to get to that ball, and he was more in center than he was in right. And Hoff, a little ground ball. Lentine knocks it down, snaps the throw over, and that'll be out number 2. Down to the last out now, Lou Rossi. So that's the one difference, not one, but it's one of the differences in 50 and over. Guys just don't run as well as they used to. So Tommy Lentine just slapped that ground ball down. Knew he had all kinds of time. And here's Lou Rossi with Hopper on deck. Looked like Lou was going to offer last minute. He decided not to. And there's some guys playing, I don't know if it's 12-inch or not, but somebody just hit a ball into the field here. Sean Keneally trying to seal the deal here. And there's a line drive. Miller got there but didn't make the catch. Does drive in the 6th run for 100 proof. Chris Miller got a great jump. He tracked it. Was going to pin that up against his chest almost like a wide receiver. And it just hit him, it looked like up near the shoulder area. So it's a 9-6 game. And here's Hopper. 100 proof needs one more base runner to be dangerous. And Billy on deck's been swinging it pretty good tonight. And catcher's probably not making a lot of friends here as we're going on 11-21, and he's thrown the ball to first twice in this inning and once to third. And Hopper just daring Sean Keneally to throw a strike. He doesn't even have 2 hands on the bat. And Sean Keneally didn't like the call. He was straight behind the rubber, and Hopper came over here and told the first baseman that was right over the plate. Sean Keneally's been around a long time. Don't really see Sean argue too much. Now you got the tying run in the box with Billy with 2 outs. And there's a strike. So Sean comes back and jumps ahead. And there's a ground ball. Miller off balance. Can't make the catch. 1 run's going to score. Hopper takes the turn. He's going to try to score, and he will. And now Billy's going to go. Oops. So we got a 1-run game. And again, the base runners were irrelevant there. Important thing is you wanted to keep Billy, who's now on second, the tying run at first. And here's Matt Ridley. So little ground ball up the middle. Couldn't make the play. And the game's gotten interesting. And there's a little fly ball, and right on the spot is that man, Dale, and Thunder holds on. They win 9-8. Furious comeback here in the 7th. Falls short for 100 proof. Well played game by both teams. Thunder ekes it out. So we'll change the caption so that everybody who wants to see the game will know what's going on. But thanks for tuning in. We love you. We'll talk to you soon. Be safe wherever you are.